Alright, Goji fans. So, you, 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 you. So it's it's legendary Godzilla versus Shin Godzilla. At this point, just give him a crossover. We have. I mean, I know that's never gonna happen, but like at least the world of Godzilla, God, release the MonsterVerse Godzilla and the Godzilla from the World of Godzilla series that we still have yet to get. That we still have yet to get. Give them a crossover at this point. Oh man, the legendary Godzilla and Shin Godzilla debates are back at it again. Even though we all know who's gonna win at this point. I mean, come on. He's had three movies. One of them was a crossover movie. Two of them were solo films. I mean, yes. Before I used to root for Shin Godzilla when Godzilla 2014, and even when King of the Monsters was out. Even when with King of the Monsters, when I thought they were both like equal because Godzilla was more powerful in King of the Monsters than he was in 2014. But then Godzilla versus Kong came out. Automatically, I chose Legendary Godzilla over Shin Godzilla. I still think Shin Godzilla was the better movie, but like Legendary Godzilla is the more powerful Godzilla thanks to Godzilla versus Kong, basically over making him overpowered. So yeah. And now we got MonsterVerse fanboys dick riding Legendary Godzilla, making him look overrated. I'm not saying Legendary Godzilla is overrated. In fact, I think he's actually underrated and actually one of my favorite Godzillas ever. But like, ever since Godzilla versus Kong came out, a lot of MonsterVerse fanboys have been dick riding him as this all time as the most powerful Godzilla ever, all because he shot his atomic breath down to the center of the fucking earth. So yeah.
Today in the battle arena, we will witness a battle for the ages. For the first time in this series, we will have not one, but two Godzillas in the battle arena. The first, a titan that throughout the ages has earned the title of Alpha with Blood. A giant reptilian that does not know retreat.
Even though we don't get to see it because they kept cutting away.
Or surrender. The one and only legendary
Godzilla!
One of the most terrifying monsters ever seen.
Shin Godzilla. Bro, I love both of these Godzillas. I don't understand why not people like give them credit. Like, I love both Godzillas. I don't really understand why not many people like give these two Godzillas credit. Like most Godzilla fans just like, I mean, not necessarily most Godzilla fans, but like a lot of Godzilla fans just like prefer Heisei Godzilla or Showa Godzilla or the Godzilla Earth or Godzilla from Hell, fucking Singular Point Godzilla, Millennium Godzilla. Like a lot of people don't really like. A lot of Godzilla fans don't really like talk about these two Godzillas that much. So yeah. How would they not talk about Legendary Godzilla? He literally has 3 movies at this point. And the latest one that Legendary got was a crossover between fucking King Kong, which Godzilla won in. We all saw the movie at this point, so I'm not even gonna repeat it.
We will go in depth, analyzing their weapons, armor, resistance, abilities, and biological attributes that will determine the winner of this battle. So make sure to stay with us to the end as we
I have a feeling that Goji Center is gonna say Legendary Godzilla wins and Shin Godzilla loses.
It is imperative that we determine the physical proportions of these two monsters. Let's begin with Shin Godzilla. This particular version of Godzilla comes in many forms, constantly evolving into different forms that counter any obstacles or oppressive elements that this kaiju would face. For this battle, we will be using Shin Godzilla's
his fourth form
known as Kamakura-san.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. He should have been like that from. He should have looked like that from the beginning.
Taller than legendary Godzilla in 2014, and weighed over 92,000 metric tons. A colossal kaiju of this size would have outsized the earlier 2014 rendition of Legendary's Godzilla. Therefore, we will be using the larger, bulkier version of Godzilla featured in King of the Monsters. This time, Legendary Godzilla.
Thank you. Use the Godzilla from King of the Monsters. That's more fair than the weak 2014 Godzilla and the overpowered Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong. King of the Monsters, he's a lot more balanced in King of the Monsters when it comes to like making them overpowered and making them not necessarily a weak Godzilla, but like a Godzilla that like struggles a lot in a fight. So there you go.
Whopping 390.
Despite the fact that Godzilla was whooping Ghidorah's ass. But yeah.
4 feet in height, just 5 feet taller than Shin. Additionally, this kaiju weighed 99,634 US tons. But what is this in metric tons? By converting these different units of measurement, we see that Shin Godzilla, although shorter in size, is actually the heavier kaiju. Proportionally speaking, however, these two are now almost the same. Now that we have a clear picture of how our contestants will be sized up for this simulation, let us now enter the analysis platform. Resistance. When it comes to the amount of damage that these kaiju can take, we need to take into account the types of weapons used to counter both of these creatures. Shin Godzilla,
I still remember to this day Godzilla falling from the sky when Ghidorah picked up Godzilla.
AH-64 Apaches and 1Z copters rained up.
Shin Godzilla is pretty powerful too. Hell, Shin Godzilla blew up a whole city using his atomic breath.
But how does Legendary Godzilla react to this type of weaponry? In 2014, Godzilla
He retreated.
was attacked by a barrage of fire, and as you can clearly see, Legendary Goji actually does react to these sorts of weapons, in contrast to Shin, who didn't react. The only weapons capable of piercing Shin were the massive ordnance penetrators, which went
By making him bleed. Look at that. He literally bled.
Pain, meaning that this particular area of Shin is
Sorry for talking a lot, but it's my video. So yeah.
If you have seen Godzilla King of the Monsters, you will recall the scene where Ghidorah picked up
Exactly, he literally picks up Godzilla and drops him. Literally, he survived the whole fucking... He literally dropped him through the atmosphere. And I heard that Ghidorah took Godzilla to space, which makes him even more powerful.
Godzilla landed on his dorsals. Upon landing, we can see that none of these dorsals broke.
I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I was just about to say. I'm surprised that... I was just about to say what Goji just said right there. I'm surprised that the Godzilla dorsal plates did not break or anything, because literally Ghidorah took Godzilla from he picked up Godzilla, takes him to space, he drops him down the atmosphere, he lands right on his dorsal plates, and he survived too. Like a lot of people thought Godzilla, like some people thought Godzilla was gonna die from that. And I mean, we all know he was not gonna die from it. It's Godzilla, come on. But like, I'm surprised his dorsal plate did not break. Like, just imagine if we did not have Kong Skull Island or Godzilla vs. Kong. Godzilla's dorsal plates would have probably broken, but like, I don't know. I don't know.
That unlike Shin, these can withstand immense amounts of shock damage. Furthermore, we witnessed Godzilla take a nuke to the face in the film featuring Shin Godzilla.
And have his home blown up. His home, he not only did he took a nuke in his face blown, and on top of that, he had his home blew up.
This is the type of weapon with a blast strong enough to kill Shin. Or that's what they thought at least. Legendary Godzilla's resistance is admittedly a bit strange. For a titan that can withstand nukes, it is only reasonable for this thing to have a thick hide that's capable of withstanding any type of trauma. But this is negated thanks to the Mutos penetrating Godzilla's skin and Kong's axe penetrating his thigh.
So basically, if Godzilla gets stabbed, he will like react.
Atomic weaponry, atomic shocks, and high levels of heat. And by considering all of the evidence, we find that Legendary
and still fight, yeah.
These boxes, giving him the edge in resistance.
Resistance. Yeah, Legendary Godzilla is just too powerful. Like I wouldn't even go as far as say this. Legendary Godzilla is one of the most powerful Godzillas to ever exist.
Regeneration. Because this
Regeneration. Again, like I said, he's had 3 movies. Hell, literally in the second movie, he has a home. He has a home after their military fucking stupidly killed him with the oxygen destroyer. He had a whole home to him, and he was recovering too. And he got his face nuked. And when Ghidorah dropped the Godzilla from the sky, he still lived. He still recovered and become Burning Godzilla because Mothra healed him. I'm pretty sure Legendary Godzilla easily takes regeneration.
battle will feature damage unlike any other battle seen in this channel. We must take into account the regenerative pace of these two kaiju. Shin Godzilla possesses the capability to heal relatively quickly. The prime example of this is the moment when the Ordnance Penetrators managed to injure Godzilla. Upon further observation, Shin managed to recover almost instantly, and on top of that, deploy a weapon right where the injury was inflicted. This was thanks to its genetic composition that allowed it to regenerate this fast. More on this later. Legendary Godzilla also has regenerative capabilities, but they behave a little differently. Unlike its opponent, Legendary Goji's regeneration and healing is much slower and doesn't happen immediately. On the contrary, this process of healing injured areas can take anywhere from a few hours to even years, depending on the type of wound and where. Once injured by the axe, Godzilla is seen with an orange scab-like covering where the wound was originally inflicted.
Yeah, I was thrown off when I saw that. Look closely. That little brown mark right there on Godzilla's leg, that was from Kong's axe. I mean, as y'all can clearly see. I mean, we watched the movie by now, so yeah. But I'm surprised it actually stuck with him and not healed by now. It really just I was thrown off. I saw that and I was like, it was that bad? Damn, Kong. Jesus Christ. Kong, I didn't know you hit him that hard. Damn.
Injury that Godzilla could have taken a while to recuperate from was its dorsals. Upon getting them destroyed by the Muto Prime's sonic roar, these would have taken a while to regenerate fully.
Yeah.
Both of these titans can heal over time.
Yeah, exactly. Muto Prime blew up the 2014 dorsal plates, and which is why we have the King of Monsters and GBK dorsal plates, which look more like the Toho Godzilla dorsal plates rather than the jagged random spikes we got in 2014. Yeah.
V1 situation, healing on the spot is
and plus they're
imperative.
bigger too.
Not to mention that Shin evolves while it heals, bringing back a superior organ better equipped to counter the weapon that inflicted the damage. For this reason, the edge for regeneration will go to Shin Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
Battle intelligence. Those of you
Intelligence. Okay. Both of these Godzillas are intelligent. Don't get me wrong. But as I keep saying, he's had 3 movies. I'm not gonna. Again, I know y'all probably gonna think I'm relying too much on Legendary Godzilla. Trust me. Before I rooted for. I used to think Shin Godzilla would win against Legendary Godzilla, but again, after Godzilla vs Kong, I switched over and chose Legendary Godzilla over Shin Godzilla. But yeah. Shin Godzilla is pretty intelligent to the point where he knows how when to use his back atomic breath on the military but I still think that Legendary Godzilla is more intelligent than Shin Godzilla.
Of these creatures in action will know that these two behave very differently. Throughout its film, Shin Godzilla has been seen as an animal that behaves on pure instinct. At times, this creature showed absolutely no signs of thought processing. But what about its fourth form? This creature's way of fighting wasn't led too much by actual thought processes, but by reactions to the surrounding elements, and it was pretty effective. To illustrate this,
Shin Godzilla, when he was in his fourth form, he knew what's up with the legendary. I mean, with the military at that point, because he's been through the process. He's been through the evolving. He's been through the changes. He knows like how to react, especially since he now have the atomic breath out of his tail and his back. So yeah.
To see how this creature behaved during its evolution. Once it found it difficult to breathe, this thing adopted a more terrestrial method of inhaling. If it found it difficult to move through objects, this thing now developed legs. Once airborne objects were the next big threat, this thing countered with weapons that could counter them effectively.
Yeah, he knew when to like blow him up.
Its brain does have something to do with the way it evolves. Its fight methodology is determined by what the opponent does, or what the obstacles are. A cause and response sort of paradigm. Not much critical thinking. Legendary Godzilla is practically the complete opposite. Instead of relying on its evolutionary traits for survival, this titan relies on its cunning and, most importantly, its battle experience. Allow us to remind you that Legendary Godzilla has been alive for millions of years, and in the world of Monster vs. Titans,
he's like 252 million years old. Yeah, Godzilla is pretty old. Yeah.
living this long means that you have survived many battles and wars against many different types of foes, adding to Godzilla's repertoire of combat methodologies. We'd like to think that Godzilla's mind processes are led by an instinctive compass, a hardwired personality backed up by its critical thinking abilities that allow it to develop strategies and counters to...
Goddamn, how many opponents does... Sorry guys, how many opponents does Legendary Godzilla go up against? Hell, we still got the Godzilla vs. Kong sequel coming. Who knows what Godzilla can do in that movie, whether it's actually destroy our monsters or not fucking Son of Kong. So, yeah. Let's just say it is destroy our monsters because I made that other video like a couple of weeks back. But let's just say in destroy our monsters. Well, I can't imagine how Godzilla's gonna feel. Like, he goes through a similar situation like Mechagodzilla not even just Mechagodzilla, Ghidorah too. Hell, even the Mutos. Like, let's just say like, hell, even Muto Prime. Like let's just say how he's gonna feel like when he like loses a battle, like without any help this time, and he actually finally loses a battle. Like, yes, he did lose some battles here and there, but like a lot of times he will always like get help. Either the humans or Kong and Godzilla vs. Kong, they will always like show up to help him. Like when he loses a battle against a Titan, and I always thought that was kind of cheating. I mean, the Godzilla vs. Kong team up battle made sense, but like other than that, I feel like Godzilla should like take a battle, like take a loss, and like come back for like basically what King Kong 19100 always would say, like Godzilla needs to like take a loss and like come back for his revenge, come back better and stronger next time. So yeah.
Any incoming attacks. Examples of this were shown with how he managed to kill both male and female Mutos in different ways.
When Godzilla shot his atomic breath down the female mouth, that solidified to all of us that this version of Godzilla is intelligent. And when Godzilla swings his tail at the male Muto to the building, that solidified to all of us that Legendary Godzilla is in fact intelligent and not a dumb Godzilla like many other Godzillas.
Aiming for Ghidorah's most vulnerable body parts and the ability to outmatch Kong in a purely physical confrontation. By taking all of this into account, it's clear that in this particular battle, the edge for intelligence during combat will go to Legendary Godzilla. Overall strength.
Overall strength? Legendary Godzilla.
Most incarnations of Godzillas are usually represented as unstoppable forces of nature. But what about these two? In its live-action appearance, Shin Godzilla was the type of kaiju that would literally burst through all sorts of urban landscape, densely packed buildings, and power through missile fire. But where was all this strength concentrated? Upon further observation, it's clear that most of its muscular density can be found in the lower portion of its body.
Yo, Shin Godzilla's legs are like too thick. Like they're thick to the point where they like actually look like they can like hold up the body.
That's right. Both of these kaiju have thicker legs and a tail that can be used as a third limb, which comes in handy when it comes to stability. The best example of this is how Godzilla soaked Kong's punch to the face on the carrier. The real reason why Godzilla did not get knocked down was the fact that it had 3 points of contact with the ground. Unlike Kong, whose smaller legs did not help him stay upright against a swipe from a smaller limb.
Exactly.
When it comes to upper body strength, legendary Godzilla comes equipped with a bulkier upper body. In contrast, Shin Godzilla's upper arms are smaller.
Exactly. Look at the hands. Like look at the arms of the two Godzillas. Legendary Godzilla clearly has more strength than Shin Godzilla, but at the same time, look at this of Shin Godzilla, whereas this for legendary Godzilla. Like look at this. Look at the claws on Shin Godzilla though. Like those look like scarier claws than legendary Godzilla. But at the same time though, Shin Godzilla is scarier than legendary Godzilla. So there you go.
To no role in the destruction of these cities. So who wins the edge? While it is true that most of the lower muscular density of Shin Godzilla surpasses legendaries, this Godzilla's larger build on its upper part of his body
what did I tell you?
Reliance on physical strength in combat gives him the edge when it comes to overall strength. Terrain compatibility.
Oh, terrain. Okay, I don't know who wins this one. Terrain, like both of these Godzillas, despite being different, have a lot of similar traits. They swim, like all Godzillas. They attack cities, like all Godzillas. They fight a kaiju. Shin Godzilla does not fight a kaiju, but both Godzillas fight like all Godzillas. They're both intelligent, like all Godzillas. They know like how to attack, like know when to attack, and they know where to target when they attack, like all Godzillas. Not all Godzillas, like know when to attack something. But like both of these Godzillas are pretty similar, so I don't know who wins in terrain. But if we're going there, like if I had to be like that specific, I would say legendary Godzilla is more experienced. Legendary Godzilla is more experienced than Shin Godzilla. I would say that yes, legendary Godzilla has been in the Hollow Earth. Not in Godzilla vs. Kong. But like, although I would have liked Godzilla to be in the Hollow Earth in Godzilla vs. Kong, but that did not happen. But like, in Godzilla Dominion, he was in the Hollow Earth. Godzilla, like legendary Godzilla, has been here for ages, so who knows what he has done. Hell, he's been here. He's more experienced to the point where even humans do not know where he is at times. Like in King of the Monsters, they kept trying to like there are times where the human characters would try to track Godzilla, but they would lose him in King of the Monsters. Like hell, and on top of that, the upcoming legendary upcoming Godzilla Apple TV series, which I still have yet to make a video of, like takes place between 2014 and King of the Monsters. And if you watch King of the Monsters, you could tell, like they said that they have not seen Godzilla ever since 2014 until King of the Monsters when Ghidorah awakened and the intimidation scene. So yeah,
Can fight well in any arena? Shin Godzilla has had 4 forms to evolve into a kaiju that can handle a terrestrial arena pretty well. But its most important ability is not how it moves, but how it detects threats. In the film, it is mentioned that this kaiju has a phased array radar, which allows this kaiju to sense things in any location in a given radius. This thing will be able to detect any incoming weapon, even if its scope of vision isn't in front of its target. But is this enough to win the edge? Although legendary Godzilla does not possess a similar defense mechanism, this kaiju has the ability to locate any monster on the surface of the Earth. In terms of actual
Yeah, it gets
terrain,
sense.
Godzilla has proven to be an apt swimmer, capable of fighting in both water and land. No matter where this battle takes place, legendary Godzilla will hold
Yeah,
the edge
legendary
when it comes to
Godzilla is
terrain
more
compatibility.
experienced. Legendary Godzilla is more experienced than Shin Godzilla. Like I said, like he's been here for 252 million years.
Locomotion. This factor will be important when facing off against a titan of these proportions. Throughout its film, Shin Godzilla moves at a sluggish pace, as we've never seen him take off and run at high speeds. In terms of agility, this kaiju was also quite.
I would like to see Shin Godzilla run. I still remember to this day when legendary Godzilla literally charged at King Ghidorah, and on top of that, Godzilla literally, sorry. He literally ran like a human. He literally sprinted like a human in Godzilla vs. Kong when he charged Mega Godzilla. He literally sprinted like a human. It looked kind of weird, but at the same time, it looked awesome. So yeah.
Static, with only its tail as the most maneuverable part of its body. That said, it is possible that this kaiju didn't need to move fast at all. If humanity threw a special weapon that required Shin to evolve into a faster moving
Mega
creature, then it would
Godzilla.
probably manipulate.
Wait, I would wonder who would win if Mega Godzilla fought Shin Godzilla. I would wonder who would win then.
In its body shape to counter such weaponry. But in its 4th phase, Shin Godzilla was not fast. Legendary Godzilla, on the other hand, went for being a
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, he literally sprinted like a human being in Godzilla vs. Kong. Hell, look.
creature in 2014.
How much way better gonna show it?
Agile combatant in Godzilla vs. Kong. Although being a larger creature,
Look, there you go.
it is now capable of literally running and pouncing on a victim after being on all fours. The way legendary Godzilla uses its weapons, such as its tail, is a clear indicator that this Godzilla moves in ways that Shin can't. For this reason, the edge for locomotion would.
Although I'm not gonna lie to you, they did like Godzilla was a bit too fast in Godzilla versus Kong. At times, Godzilla was a bit too fast to the point where he did not feel like he was 393 feet tall.
Will be given to legendary Godzilla. Now, let's get to
Of course, Godzilla is faster than Shin Godzilla. I mean, holy shit. He literally ran to King Ghidorah. Now, if running to King Ghidorah wasn't enough in King of Monsters, oh, just look at the shit he does in Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, he sprinted like a human being when he charged Mega Godzilla. He crawled on all fours when he attacked Kong. He crawled on all fours. When he attacked Kong, and he was just running through buildings. He to the point where he hit his head inside of a building at one point. He was crawling on all fours to the point where even Kong is like running, like trying to like back away from Godzilla, but like Godzilla is just like coming for him. That literally surprised me. Like that surprised a lot of people were surprised when legendary Godzilla was crawling on all fours in Godzilla vs. Kong. So yeah.
weapons. Melee weaponry. Shin Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla. Okay, Shin Godzilla does have more. Shin Godzilla does have more powers than legendary Godzilla. I'm gonna admit that. Shin Godzilla has the atomic breath, of course, but like his atomic breath can shoot fire at first, and then over time it will shoot his laser beam, and then there's the beam out of his tail and his back too, which surprised me when I first saw that Shin Godzilla can like shoot beams out of his back. That literally surprised me. I was like, whoa, Toho, what are you doing? Toho, I didn't know Shin Godzilla can do that. Holy shit. This Godzilla is different from other Godzillas. Like, holy shit. That literally surprised me.
A kaiju that relied on other types of weaponry rather than
See,
physical
when I saw that,
the closest
oh
thing
my
we got to
god.
physical damage was simply having this kaiju tear through cityscapes and nothing else.
He literally, like I said, he literally destroyed a whole city with his beam. But at the same time, though, Godzilla, legendary Godzilla, did shoot his atomic breath down to the center of the earth.
Though, to be fair, using its body as a weapon was not warranted at all, since there was no other opponent for Shin to use them on. But what if it did? We will divide this melee analysis into 3 parts: jaws, limbs, and tail. If we compare both of these creatures' heads side by side, we find that
Ooh! Oh my god, just looking at the teeth of Shin Godzilla, like, makes literally the teeth in Godzilla, on legendary Godzilla, makes him look like a normal creature with teeth that's just like trying to eat. But look, if you look at the teeth on Shin Godzilla though, holy shit. Like, just looking at the teeth of both Godzillas makes me wonder what would happen if Shin Godzilla literally bit legendary Godzilla. It will fucking hurt, would it? Hell, considering how many times legendary Godzilla bites Kong, like would bite another creature. I can only imagine if Shin Godzilla would bite some of the creatures in the MonsterVerse. I can only imagine how bad it would feel for them.
Shin Godzilla has the more irregular shaped teeth and a lot of them. This jaw goes as far as unhinging, giving it more biting surface area, but at the expense of bite force. The problem with Shin's head, however, is that it's awkwardly placed on its neck. In order for this head to be at all effective to be used in melee combat, this head would have to be placed in a more obtuse angle along its spine. This new posture would allow Shin to...
Oh yeah, like basically, like, if the head was a little bit bigger, then his biting force would have been unstoppable.
Bring down its head and bite with more effectiveness, similar to legendary Godzilla. Moving down to the limb arrangements, we see that legendary Godzilla's arms are much larger, stronger, and oriented in a way that can be used for close combat.
Yeah,
Shin's arms are
legendary Godzilla is pretty good with hand-to-hand combat.
For fighting. Legendary and Shin's legs are relatively similar, but in the past, we have seen that legendary Godzilla...
Yeah, he would stomp on a kaiju and finish them.
Finishing maneuvers against many other kaiju. The last weapon to review is the tail. Here's where things get interesting. Making up more than half of its body length, Shin Godzilla's tail is equipped with enough mass to knock down almost any foe that stands in front of it. This tail alone is taller than legendary Goji himself. Even though it has a smaller tail, legendary Goji actually does use this as a weapon, even killing the male Muto with it thanks to its sharp dorsals and tremendous swing force. Again, we will reiterate that we have not seen any of Shin's melee weaponry in action, and because it lacks experience in the use of these weapons,
legendary Godzilla.
when it comes to melee
yes, I'm aware. Shin Godzilla can just swing his tail and bust legendary Godzilla, hit him through the buildings. I'm aware of that, but like I keep saying, legendary Godzilla has more strength, has more speed, has more I'll even go as far as to say has more agility. But despite the fact that Godzilla is not does not really have that much agile like that, but still.
Now let's get to the real damage.
My goodness, look at you. Do a little turn for me. Let's...
Atomic weaponry.
Oh, now we're gonna talk about the atomic breath. Again, Shin Godzilla has more powers than legendary Godzilla.
The contestant who wins the edge in this category will obtain it because it was the most effective in this particular battle. Let's begin with Shin Godzilla. This Titan's atomic capability is not to be underestimated in the slightest.
Exactly.
This creature's signature weapon is known as the condensed atomic heat ray, a blast of atomic energy so powerful that it is seen cutting entire skylines in half
Exactly.
thanks to its
Like I
intense
literally said,
temperatures. To get to this point,
he
it's
destroyed a
gonna
whole
take time,
city
though.
using
Let's
his
rewind a little bit
using
before
his
this condensation
purple
of
atomic
energy.
breath.
We see here that before Shin was able to condense this fire stream to its purple hue, this first started as a black smoke that was rapidly fired from this animal's vocal orifice. This was then ignited by its thermal flame and then condensed into this deadly weapon. This does not end here. Apart from being able to release this ray from its mouth, this creature has another vestigial underdeveloped pair of mandibles on its tail. This was a result of this animal's constant evolution that allowed it to develop an extra outlet for this energy. If this wasn't enough, this animal was also capable of releasing energy through its spine, allowing more of this deadly energy into a wider area. This weapon can also be aimed with accuracy thanks to its phased array radar. How does legendary Godzilla respond? This Godzilla is equipped with one of the most destructive atomic blasts ever seen, capable of
Look at this.
500,000 degrees Celsius and with the explosive
Oh,
power of a
man.
nuclear bomb. This weapon was used to dig a hole through the earth and reach the nether regions of the planet.
And on top of that, he literally roared at Kong. He knew Kong was down there. He roared right at him. Jesus Christ. He roared at him, telling him to get up here and fight me, bitch.
But what about its dorsals? As seen in the film Godzilla King of the Monsters, Godzilla was able to emit an atomic pulse. This pulse was exponentially more powerful thanks to Godzilla's thermonuclear state. Will Godzilla hit this state in this battle? No. This was caused by two things.
Yeah, the nuke and Mothra sacrifice. Mothra sacrifice. I almost said sacrifice.
And Mothra's sacrifice. Godzilla won't have any of these in this battle, but the pulse itself can be used. In Godzilla Aftershock, we see that this pulse was used to expel a hazardous amount of energy, which allowed Godzilla to destroy the Muto Prime. So, which of these weapons is the most effective against the opponent? By observing how this atomic ray reacts to what it hits, it's evident that this ray within itself has more destructive power. Yes, legendary Godzilla can blast a hole through the planet, but if this destructive power was aimed at the ground, it would have done the same thing. But what really gives Shin the edge is the capability to fire a very destructive beam from many places.
Yeah, from his tail and his back.
Dorsals. Well, legendary Goji is able to spew this only from its mouth and its pulse only while Shin is at a closer range. This one is very, very close, but for combat purposes, Shin Godzilla takes the edge when it comes to the effectiveness of these weapons. X Factor. There is something very important we need to consider before putting Shin Godzilla in the arena. Its genetic architecture. In the film, we were introduced to the theory that this creature's genome is so advanced that it is 8 times larger than human DNA, explaining why this creature was able to evolve right in front of your eyes and adapt to counter almost anything thrown at him. This does not end here. Taking into account the fact that this animal can regenerate, it was mentioned that this creature could have regenerated entire new forms from parts of its body. Similar to a starfish, you can cut these guys up but end up with more starfish. But this regeneration isn't instantaneous either. It will take some time for the healing to occur, but it also won't last days or weeks either. Once all of its atomic energy is depleted, it will have taken this animal almost 2 weeks to replenish its energy. The only way to effectively get rid of this monster is with a blast with a shock so powerful that it could disintegrate all of its matter. Legendary Godzilla's X Factor is in a more psychological or behavioral realm. Given that Godzilla is arguably the most arrogant titan in the monsterverse, it's clear that whenever Godzilla faces another kaiju, he expects the opponent to submit or face his wrath. In this case, facing Shin
Oh man,
would be a
that roar off
Once
in Godzilla
Shin
vs.
does
Kong.
not submit, Godzilla will go straight for the kill. Whether this is a good or bad thing, we are about to find out. We are now ready to reveal who will be the winner of this
Okay,
fight.
everyone, let's see who will win.
Abnormal biology wins the edge on regeneration and a close
There.
edge on
Atomic breath.
Legendary
There you go.
Godzilla with its battle-hardened build wins the edge on resistance, battle intelligence, strength, terrain adaptability, locomotion, and melee weaponry. With no battle attributes shared
there's my
between the
6
two
finger.
titans. After compiling
Oh
both
man, here we go. Let's see who will win.
This is going to take a while to explain, but bear with us. The simulation will now display the...
Whoa. I did not expect that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Like, Shin Godzilla is like too powerful. But like, legendary Godzilla became overpowered than Godzilla versus Kong. So yeah.
Result in 3 phases. Number 1, the stats speak for themselves. Upon compiling all of this information, the first technical winner of this confrontation was legendary Godzilla, with the battle attributes carrying more weight being locomotion.
Yeah, exactly. Like I honestly thought that Goji said there was gonna like choose legendary Godzilla. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hell, like look at all these. Like
Weaponry. Because Shin Godzilla has little or no experience using melee weapons, and considering the fact that its close-range weapons were inferior, this cost it its life when facing a charging legendary Godzilla. Even at a distance, by the time legendary Goji reached the body of Shin Godzilla, Shin wouldn't have condensed its atomic ray fast enough before Godzilla got near to it, or blasted it with its own atomic ray. Even if Shin did load it on time, Godzilla's corporal resistance would have kicked in to withstand this heat for enough time until it managed to close the distance and turn this into a close confrontation. Once Godzilla
damn.
off Shin and walks away, as he normally does, this would have not been the end of it. Remember that this is not the way to finish off this kaiju. You need to light up everything. And Godzilla walks away as...
Holy shit! Look at that! So, legendary Godzilla would win against Shin Godzilla, but like, it would cause legendary Godzilla to get severely injured. Holy fuck. This is more brutal than the Godzilla vs. Kong fight. Hell, this is more brutal than any of the MonsterVerse fights. Just look at this. Like, imagine if Toho like actually decides to like put Shin Godzilla in a future legendary Godzilla movie just for the sake of this debate. Like, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. But like, imagine if Toho and Legendary does make a deal to like put Shin Godzilla in a future movie, like whether it's Destroy All Monsters or if the MonsterVerse is not at Destroy All Monsters yet, whether we still have a couple of movies left before Destroy All Monsters. Like, let's just say if Destroy All Monsters is not the next movie and we get a Godzilla 3. Like, imagine if Toho decides to put Shin Godzilla in Godzilla 3. Or imagine if Destroy All Monsters is the next movie. Like, imagine if we get like an opening battle, like to show us Godzilla, how Godzilla has been since Godzilla vs. Kong. Like, we get an opening like fight and the opponent is Shin Godzilla. I can tell it's gonna be brutal. Hell, the MonsterVerse already has brutal fights, even though we don't get to see them because it kept fucking cutting away. I mean, Kong Skull Island and Godzilla vs. Kong did not cut away, but like the two Godzilla movies, they will always cut away. So yeah.
He normally does. This would have not been the end of it. Remember that this is not the way to finish off this kaiju. You need to light up.
If I were Godzilla, I would honestly just fall down and like go to sleep, similar to how he did in 2014 after he fought the Mutos. I would have honestly just like fall down or like go to sleep for like a couple of minutes and then wake back up and go home.
Number 2, Shin Godzilla begins to regenerate once again. Remember that there is no clear limit to what this thing can regenerate and evolve to, which leads us to number 3, the next confrontation. The simulations in this channel normally conclude with one clear winner and one clear loser, with the loser being completely dead.
Damn.
This time, Shin was defeated, but not completely killed, allowing his regenerative properties to kick in.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. Yeah, in Shin Godzilla, he did not die. Shin Godzilla did not die. The military had to freeze him. They had to freeze him. They did not kill him. They did not come up with an oxygen destroyer plan like in the original 1954 movie. They had to come up with they had to freeze him. They had to like get some things on him. They had to like keep him still and like freeze him to the point where he can't even do nothing anymore.
Now, Godzilla faces a different kaiju with different corporal attributes that can better counter his speed and physical prowess. Perhaps even 2 Shin Godzillas. The simulation
Okay,
ends-
now if Legendary Godzilla fought 2 Shin Godzillas, no matter how you put it, Shin Godzilla's gonna win. Like whether it's the overpowered Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong, the weak Godzilla from 2014, or the middle ground powered Godzilla from King of the Monsters, he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. Doesn't matter if he's fast or not. He's gone. He's gonna lose.
Here, since we have absolutely no data on this alternative 5th form. In the film, Shin Godzilla's 5th form were these humanoid creatures that evolved to better counter humanity in a more
I would have liked it if I would have liked to see what would have happened if what would have happened if we got those humanoid creatures in his 5th form. I would have liked it.
method. This was halted, obviously. By understanding Shin's biology, it is more than evident that had it faced legendary Godzilla, its 5th form would have been something completely different. A battle between legendary Godzilla and this 5th form is completely up for grabs, and we won't know exactly how it will go for legendary Godzilla. Perhaps a 6th or even 7th form would have been needed to finally defeat legendary Goji. In the past, Godzilla did face a kaiju of similar attributes. This kaiju could regenerate from severed pieces of its body, and the only way to get rid of it was to incinerate the entire Titan. This was achieved by dropping a nuke on this creature, making it one of the only kaiju that Godzilla couldn't kill. Same applies here. This was a strange outcome, but only because we are dealing with a strange creature. Did legendary Godzilla technically win in your opinion? Or does Shin Godzilla's biology grant it an ultimate victory? Let us know your opinions in the comments. For more fun kaiju documentaries like these, please like this video, subscribe, and go check out our merch if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next battle.
Alright, shout out to Goji Center for this surprising video. But yeah, theory, like, would Shin Godzilla actually win against legendary Godzilla? Like, this is a theory. If what Goji said is true, like, if we had a 6th or 7th form, then hell yeah, Shin Godzilla will win. Hell, if we got, like, based off what Goji Center said in this video, if we had 2 Shin Godzillas in their, like, these are 2 of them by the way, 2 Shin Godzillas, and they're in their 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th form, then fuck yeah. No matter how you put it, Shin Godzilla would win. But like, if we're going by what we watched, and if we're going by what we saw in the movies, if we watched the movies, going by what we watched, then legendary Godzilla will win. But if the theories that Goji Center said were true, then Shin Godzilla will win. So I don't know. Like, I really don't know. But yeah, guys, this was Legendary Godzilla versus Shin Godzilla, and oh my god, this only made me. I know, like I keep saying, I know it's not gonna happen, but like this only makes me wanna actually like see, like Godzilla fight another Godzilla in a future Godzilla movie. Hell, in the Straw Monsters, I want them to like have like an opening fight scene where it's Godzilla fighting another Titan to like see how he's been since Godzilla vs. Kong. And I kind of want it to be Shin Godzilla, but at the same time, I don't know if Toho and Legendary can do that. I mean, they can do that. I mean, there was a video from Dangerville, like how Shin Godzilla can fit in the MonsterVerse. I haven't watched it yet, but like, yeah. Like, but yeah, I do think they need to battle one day. Like whether it's a short film or an actual movie, or like a little, like even like probably just a little fight scene from like on YouTube, like upload it to YouTube to finally clear the debates. So yeah, there you go. Oh shit. This video was too long, guys. It was almost an hour. Anyway, guys, that's all I gotta say right now. So like, subscribe, hit that bell Hit those notifications down below. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video. About how this awesome debate. Subscribe to my other channels, link in the description. So that's all I gotta say right now. So peace out, Goji fans. Peace.